Already Tracy challenged the cache, stealth, bloodless, Cascade Arsenal, and hidden section boss. So we've got a pistol, a shotgun, or maybe even a sniper, which doesn't really matter because it's bloodless, so we have even fewer reasons to actually fire a bullet, which means that we don't actually need suppressors, which means that, well, quite simply, any of them would work because, well, we could just not have a suppressor on a sniper and we could very much conceal it and it would be very, very much viable. But once again, it's still bloodless, which even though it's cash, which it is cash, we only have at most 4 guards to take out because that's as much as we can take out, so in other words, we won't have that many opportunities to actually need to shoot across the map, which is generally a good thing. And then finally there's the intersection boss, which, once again, it is cash, so in other words, things are going to be quite terrifying because, well, not being able to see the section meters on cache where everyone's really, really, really paranoid and very, very much, well, qualified at detecting us, that's maybe not really a good thing, so right now we're just going to awkwardly wait over here for somebody to just tell us whenever, well, it feels safe enough. It's not anything rigorous, but it's just essentially whatever it feels like, which I guess works out. Just not really all that well, so as we wait for one of the 2 guards over there to move, we're just going to continue waiting over here. And we're just going to keep on waiting. And at this point, we're just going to go through here. You're going to put your hands up over there. And I'll go over here and disable this over here. And now the ideal scenario here is that no one's going to walk over here and we aren't going to have any problems, which would generally be the absolute perfect scenario. So if you could just close the door, we can knock you out and then we could just bag you up so that absolutely no one sees anything. Things should in theory go, well, decently fine. So we're just going to grab the bag. We're going to go over here. We'll grab the disguise and afterwards we'll go in through there, which all in all, it shouldn't be all that bad, but it's, well, the part about the door not being open is not really all that great, but then again, it's open now and hi there. Look, alright, it's nothing suspicious, so we're just gonna ignore it and it's gonna go just fine, which I suppose is perfectly valid. So right now we're just gonna figure out what we're gonna do really, really slowly, and at some point try and find where the screwdriver is, which it's not over there, it's not over here, so seemingly it's going to just be somewhere upstairs, which I am running past a guard that I don't really want to be running past since I actually haven't got any idea how much they want to detect us, which generally not a great thing, but evidently it's not in here, so we're just going to quickly go check over there, which real quick, if you could just not face right then. Real quick, if you could just face me over here. So I can go back through here, back up behind you, or never mind after that happened. We can go in here, we can grab this open, we can get over here, we can grab the screwdriver, and then we can get out of there, which marks the moment where we never have to go back in there again, which I would consider a generally good thing. And so far, whilst no one's actually coming up the staircase and no one's actually in here to detect us, we're just going to get this open since we might need it later on, so that's exactly what we're going to do before we go back down through here to actually use the screwdriver that we've obtained, which is relatively simple. We just go through here, not get seen by any of the guards, and then afterwards just go over here and get this open over here, which all in all is very, very much simple, so we're just going to do exactly that. Not get seen by you over there. Just gonna run past here because for some reason you're not gonna care, and I mean, I guess you're not gonna notice as well. And then we're gonna go upstairs, and well, essentially, hopefully we don't get caught because that's generally not a good thing, so as we finish cutting this wire and well, being a bit paranoid about the guard being over there, we're just gonna go back down through here, and then we're just gonna wait over here since essentially we're just waiting for the guards to just come in here, go downstairs, get it disabled, and then go somewhere, well, convenient. And I mean, most of the doors are already open, which marks essentially everything that I could possibly need or want to open, because there's not a lot of utility to the other doors being open, since I'm not likely to take out any guards on the first floor right in front of the archives. It's just not very practical because, well, there are going to be a lot of guards there, and it's not very easy to just get them into a corner, which let's just say that a guard's in a corner. They're not going to be seen because they are in a corner, which makes it far less compelling that we actually get something open, so we're just going to do not that, we're just going to wait over here, and then you should in theory be done with that relatively soon, so once that's done, we're just going to keep track of where everyone is, and well, essentially, we need to make sure that we're not gonna have that, well, cause any problems as we go down over here, which, considering where you're going, should be relatively simple as far as someone sees anything, because it is bloodless, so I can't just, well, shoot across the map, because that's going to end very, very badly. So as we quickly grab everything over here, stash this slightly further up, and then go back through here, we're just gonna, well, essentially not get... Hello there. Please go literally anywhere else. This is not really what I'm here for. And now we're gonna see where that guard goes, which ideally is gonna be all the way down over here and not outside over there, which I suppose that works out as well. We'll just go through here. We'll go through here. And then we'll get flanked by two different guards over here, which is maybe not a lesson over here, but listen, if you're gonna walk over here into this corner, that will be, well, quite convenient, so just saying. Would appreciate it, so we'll just wait over there. You're gonna come over here, and then we'll just knock you out over there, and absolutely no one's gonna notice, because that's, for some reason, valid, because I didn't really want to just drop a keycard in front of him, because that would be, well, first of all, highly suspicious, and second of all, we're probably gonna get caught, which seems a bit like a given, so we're just gonna leave it at maybe don't do that, because that's probably a bad idea. And then we're just going to, well, for a start, I'm not dealing with you over there, nor am I going to the stairwell, because that's frankly not something I want to go into, so instead we're just gonna go through here. And then we'll just go over here, not get seen by anyone over here, and then afterwards we're gonna swap out our, well, scrambler for that lockpick over there, because I still do want that. And also because we're currently carrying a keycard on a scrambler, which is very notably not very useful, so we'll just go through here. And effectively, hello there. Look, alright, I know I've just been walking right in front of you as you were, well, investigating something that you presumably saw on the ground, but I'm not involved in any of this. And I should not be any cause for concern, so hopefully that just stays that way, and well, no one's gonna notice anything, and then we can just go through here, get it open over here, and then afterwards just not get seen by any guards over here, which ideally stays at that point, and well, we're gonna quickly just awkwardly peek over there, grab the USB over there. Hello there, you. Not really what I fancy right now, but we'll just go through here. And whenever we feel roughly safe enough, we're just gonna go through here, not get seen by anyone over here. And at this point, we're just gonna go around over here, since I don't really want to go back through the stairwell, because, well, there are gonna very easily be a lot of guards just guarding over there, which can end very badly, along with you doing that over there. So right now, we'll just go through over here, get authorized over here, and then afterwards, we're just gonna get out of here, because, well, the authorization's done, and well, we don't really have anything else to do, and hello there again, for the third time, and for the second time in the exact same location, but we're not really here to get caught, nor am I here to get caught by those other two guards, which are also presumably on high alert, because I did just try and take out a guard up over there whilst getting seen by two other guards and running past them, which is maybe not all that advisable, but we're just gonna go over here, we're gonna get out of here, and that's the daily challenge done in just under 8 minutes and 35 seconds. Cheers everyone! Have a great time!